very good afternoon to you, Moses. Like I say, a very positive month in August for the Kenyan bourse. Talk us through some of the gainers of the month.
Yes, it was a very positive month. We saw a 33-point increase in the month. We saw a bounce back in counters such as Centum after they recorded a 40% decline in their profits. Their share price reflected that information and declined to lows of about 11.50, 10 shillings, highs of 10s actually. And we're seeing a bounce back in Centum. We saw a bounce back in Cooperative Bank. We got impressive results from the insurance sector in general, with total premiums increasing to about 91 billion shillings. That reflected in the market with an increase in share price in Kenya Re, Pan Africa, and as well as we also saw a bounce back in KQ as well when they received the first batch of their new airlines.
Looking at the new month, what kind of trade can we expect in the month of September?
I still expect the market to trade above 38 or a high 37, 90s. I still expect it to be flat in spite of having the MPC decision just around the corner. I expect it to be flat. And afterwards, I expect institutional investors as well as fund managers to switch from they have been very dominant in the fixed income market in the last month, but I expect them to switch into the equities market sometime this month.
Looking at the equities market, the Kenyan bourse up 25.8% year to date. How are you playing the markets right now? Which sectors are you perhaps putting your money into right now?
At the moment, we're looking at counters like Kenyan, the energy sector, KPLC, which hit a high of 1770 last month. We're looking at Centum as well. We're looking at the financial sectors because of their liquidity. At this point in time, any counter that you put in your money, chances are high that it's going to appreciate.
It's rather positive on the equity front. Looking at the central bank later on this week, due to announce on interest rate, what kind of factors will the central bank be looking at this stage? We did see inflation coming in at 6.09%, much lower than what most analysts had expected.
Yes, it came as a shock. Inflation at 6%, I'm sure everyone is happy with that, is happy with the figures, but is the common Kenyan, is a common man feeling the relief? That's a question that the MPC should consider. If you look at the currency front, another variable they are looking at, the Kenya shilling has remained stable. It's at 84 shillings. It's been there for quite some time, and we expect it to remain at that level in the short term. But I think when they meet on Wednesday, what will be the key factors will be what's happening in the international markets. Oil has suddenly taken an upward trend. It's trading at $114. That definitely will have an effect on the Kenya import bill. I'm sure they're looking at the outlook for global food prices. They've been increasing, but at a slower rate. What effect will that have on the common man in Kenya? I think these two are the key decisions that will inform their decision come Wednesday.
Looking at the market again, we had a story out this morning. We have got top shareholders of Olympia Capital have quit their board positions. Is this anything to worry about, or is it just positivity in terms of change of guard there?
Yeah, I think it's more about change of guard. I don't think there's anything to worry about. The fact that Olympia bought out a company in Botswana, that shows they still shopping around for investment opportunities. They're still putting their money into favorable investments. I don't think it's anything to worry about. It's just a change of guard.
Well, that's where we have to leave it. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Moses Waireri. He's the research analyst at Genghis Capital.